Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Femme Force podcast. My name is Rachael Paskvan, and I am your host. And today I am really excited because I am joined by Liza, who is a spiritual mentor, a mindset educator who is helping individuals gain clarity through subconscious work and actionable plans, which I'm really excited to dive into, especially the subconscious work, because I find that completely fascinating. So, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. And I'm excited to have this conversation today.
So, how would you describe your work that you do currently as a spiritual mentor and a mindset educator?
Yeah, I think it's every time when people ask me, like, what exactly do you do? Like,
Yeah.
how can you help me to get to the point where I want to be? I always say that these days, even if you are a business owner, if you have your side hustle, if you work 9 to 5 job, it all comes to your mindset.
Yeah.
Yes, we can teach people how to make money, but there are lots of aspects, the human aspects that come into the play. So I've been always a huge advocate for that balance between the spiritual and material worlds, trying to highlight the importance to people of the spiritual side. You have your ego in place, you have your greed in place, especially when you're growing and making more money. You have to work with people as well. And this is all the spiritual aspect of the things. And I always say spirituality is not just you sitting and meditating and
Yeah.
suddenly thinking, like, that's it. I'm all spiritual now. I know how to live this world, how to live this life. But in reality, then this person, yes, after 10 minutes meditation practice, goes and shows being rude to other people, doesn't know how to be kind, doesn't show the compassion, doesn't show the understanding towards other people. And that's the spirituality. It's a way of living, not just sitting and meditating and doing all of the woo woo energy practices. But that's a mindset shift that we always need to do and always need to have. Again, especially if you work with the teams, if you're leading the teams, that aspect comes into the play for sure.
Well, it's a whole lifestyle, as you were saying. Like, you have to have that mindset shift for your lifestyle. What are typical clients coming to you with problems? Are they coming from corporate jobs? Are they looking to just be more in touch with themselves? What are they normally looking for?
Yeah, of course, the most important one is the money, it's career, how to find my purpose. I'm lost. And it can be in different stages of your life. If you think there's only people who are like in their early 20s or 30s, nope, it doesn't matter what age you are. We always hit that point when, I don't know, let's say you're a woman in your late 40s, the kids are grown up, and you're like, I don't know what to do with my life now. I'm lost. I don't know what
Yeah.
I like, what I want. That's it. And I worked a lot with those type of clients who just lost. They want to pivot in life. They want to change the direction of what they've been doing. Also, a lot of business owners, lots of entrepreneurs as well. Like they live in this hustle culture for such a long time. And then they come and again, they're so burned out. They don't know who they are. Because again, you have the society, you have other people telling you who you have to be based on certain norms, but you are not connected to yourself at all. So majority of the clients, they come when they feel lost, when they feel stuck, they don't know what they should be doing in life, and they just need a little bit of a guidance and they need an extra push. That's when they tried so many different things from the hard skills perspective. I've
Yeah.
tried, worked with a business mentor, I've tried this. Nothing is working. That's it. It's time to actually get to work on your mindset, on your spiritual side, and figure it out. Okay, what's next from that perspective? Some people come to me when they cannot make the decisions. Let's say I had a client recently about selling the business. And she was like, I don't know if I should sell the business, if I should not sell the business. I am lost. But again, the
Yeah.
key word is lost. So people come to me feeling completely lost and they need that direction and clarity, I would say, in terms of what are the next steps and what is an action plan. So I always love to bring that perspective that I'm not just giving you the information and then you leave and you know absolutely nothing
Yeah. You're giving
what
the
you should be doing
tools.
in life. Yes, like what is the plan? How are we going to implement this in the real world?
Well, you said before that spirituality isn't all just, woo woo and all of these things. Do you feel like that is the biggest misconception about spiritual work?
A lot, a lot. And I think, especially nowadays, it's been getting more on a hype train. I think, like spirituality, getting all of the crystals, getting all of the tools. Because, like, we have this picture in our head, in our mind that, okay, I'm going to get some crystals, I'm going to get some amulets, I'm going to get some sage for burning. And, like, that's it. I'm a spiritual person right away. I am doing it, I am following it. But in reality, it's not. And it's just like all of this additional tools or just a beautiful picture that we tend to create. But it's just a way of living. But it's been a huge misconception that, okay, everybody who is spiritual, they are not connected to this world. They don't know anything about these lives. They know nothing
Yeah.
about business. But when you actually look, so many business owners, big companies, they have the spirituality part integrated into their business, into the corporate world. If you look at a big names when it's about the wellness space overall, they use spirituality to do like a breath work before getting on a meeting. They do some meditations for their clients as well. And they use different tools like numerology for personality tests. I don't know if you've ever been hired. I was in the past where I had to do the personality test as part of my
Personality
interview
tests.
process.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which is really
So,
interesting on like how would you fit in with the team or what's
yeah.
your type of learning style, things like that. I've had to do those kind of quizzes or assessments.
Yeah, yeah, which is also sometimes none of them are like scientifically proven. Like majority of them are more on the woo-woo side,
Yeah.
of the things. So, and that's been the case for many places, for many companies. And nowadays, people just need to acknowledge that it's all about this too and balancing this too. And it's not about the woo-woo doing like the witchcraft, black magic, or whatever it is. It's just a way of living. It's a philosophy, how we've also mentioned that as well.
I mean, and you started off your psychosomatic medicine and your energy reading and your journey really young. You were diagnosed with arthritis at the age of 11. How did that diagnosis, help shape you into your current path?
Yeah, I think a lot because lots of things happened back then. And especially I was at that age when I was moving from elementary school to secondary school. I was excited about my new peers and I got sick literally at the beginning of the new school year. It was end of August
Right.
and I missed like first few months. So I was behind my peers as well, like at a school curriculum, at sports as well. So I felt like, okay, I'm not meant to be here. I'm behind my peers. And that's when, at that time, my mom's friend was into the energy readings and into the psychosomatic medicine as well, trying to find the cause and effect why people are getting certain diseases and illnesses overall in their life. So at that time, I was like, there's nothing you can lose. Like, why not to
Right.
study
Yeah.
it? Why not
Give
to
it a
get
little
into it?
test.
I was just curious, and her daughter was the same age as I am. So we would get together, our tea time, and we would look at each other's energy. Like, what is your aura today? What is your color? So she started giving us all of the tools how we could scan our body as well if we have some kind of pain in certain areas. And we started doing it for other people as well. But the key point as well was to find out, okay, why did I get sick? Like, what was
Mm.
this psychosomatic medicine behind it? And she also worked a lot with the past lives, so she could actually see the past lives. So we started diving deeper and understanding the root cause of the things. So that set a huge foundation personally for me and in my work that I always try to get to the root cause. It's not enough just to clean it up a little bit on the top to make it look fancy, but you need to dive deeper to actually understand why it's happening. So that's why in a pretty early age, I would say age 12, for sure. That's when I was already seeing things for people. I could literally scan their body and see, like, you have the pain here, you have the pain in this area, you have the pain in your back. Okay, let's figure it out why. And I feel like even now, it's been such a long time. It's been like I'm 29 almost now. So it's been like 17 years ago. I still use exactly same technique 2 days.
It's amazing.
How I see the people, how I see their energy. So that definitely, as I said, set a huge foundation. It's like, in everything that happens in life, even if there's something negative, you're like, oh, why? Why it's given to me? But at the same time, it's like a blessing and a curse, right? So I got blessed to learn this because of my illness, because of my disease that I got diagnosed.
Well, it became more than just a personal interest. It became
Yes.
part of you if you're able to notice these things. I'm assuming it's something you can't just turn off and unnotice.
No, even if you try, I think when I immigrated to Canada when I was 17, 18, I didn't do anything for the first 2 years because I was like, I moved alone. Let's figure it out. What am I doing in this country? I've never been here before. How the education system works. Of course, you don't have time to think about the energies and scanning and figuring it all out. But it definitely helped that mindset as well. Like, if something would happen, I already had that mindset. Okay, I will figure it out. I will find the reasons why it's happening. So, because everything, whatever I get now, there is a cause. Why am I getting this right now? I'm failing in my school. There is a cause because I didn't study enough. And it's like the same idea with the whole health related issues as well. So, even though I did not actively practice it because the focus was
Yeah.
completely on a different thing, but it just became, as we also talked about it, more of a lifestyle, And after a few years, I started slowly, slowly getting back to it, catching up on everything that I missed in the first few years for sure.
I mean, I love that. And you moved to Canada, like you said, when you were 17, taking the pause, and then you dove into your education, and your background is in psychology and educational psychology. How do you feel that work and that education has really helped to shape, your current work doing the energy reading?
Yeah, for sure. It helped out a lot. My main major that I got was communications, and then I did not feel like that truly resonates with me.
Yeah.
So I did like a double minor in educational psychology as well. And I worked as a teacher for some time at school. And what I liked about the studies that I got is there was a lot of focus on how to learn with people with different learning disabilities, how to work with people with dyslexia, with people who are on autism spectrum disorders. And that's been definitely a huge point. Again, how you just talk to people, how you talk to clients, understanding that from the scientific standpoint as well, because as I said, it's just we have this woo-woo thing that
Yeah.
randomly comes to me. I could see the energies, I could see like the chakras of people. But what is the scientific and academic research? Has there been something done about that or not? And it helped me a lot to gain that part, to actually understand, like, yes, people may say that chakras, this is just something random, it does not exist. When in reality, there were so many different researches that were done in the past from academic standpoint, from physics as well, actually measuring the frequencies in our body and proving it is the same. And
Yeah.
that's nice to have this understanding that it's not just like a random thing that came to my mind, but there's an academic backup for this and the research that was done. Or also studying more about the quantum physics as well, that everything about energy and how it works. So for sure, it helped a lot in today's practice, and especially understanding how to work with people who are going through different tough times, right? Like
Yeah.
you have this background as well, understanding how to better communicate with them, that everybody has different style of perceiving the information as well, learning the information as well. And you know how to find a way to explain that to them.
So if I was a new client that came in, what does a typical session look like for energy healing?
Yeah, so in person it differs from what I do online because in person I also work with shamanic drums.
Mm.
So that's when we talk about the vibration, about the frequencies, about the sound. So that's more on the sound healing perspective. And I could feel the person more, I could see the things more, and I could actually restore your energy if you are struggling. So I use the shamanic drum a lot when I work in person with people. Online, again, depends on, okay, what's happening in your life? Let's do the assessment. What is the main area of your focus? Are you just struggling because you're feeling down or your health? And I always like to look, okay, if you're feeling you don't have energy every single day, you wake up feeling tired, before we start doing something like woo energy cleaning things, let's talk about your health overall. Like, let's do the lab work. Have you done the lab work? Do you know everything is okay with your vitamins? Or maybe you've been having like a vitamin D deficiency and that's why you don't have energy, or iron, right? So, like, we'll look from that medical standpoint first, that there's nothing on the physical level that's happening with your body. If you know that everything is good, you've done all your tests, the lab work, still don't know what's going on with me. Sleep 9 hours, 8 hours a day, still wake up feeling completely tired.
Yeah.
And that's when we start diving deeper. Okay, let's look at the different areas of your life, different spheres of your life. I am a huge believer that we do have different things, different events that happen in our lives that drain our energy. It's about conflicts with people. If we have some negative events that are happening or something that has been draining our energy on a regular basis every single day, we're too emotionally involved into this, that can drain our energy as well. So again, like that root cause, I need to find out that root cause because it's not enough for me to just restore your energy. We can
Yeah.
do that. But what's the point of doing that if like day later you're back to your real life, you're back to reality, and it's not really sustainable in a long-term perspective. So we dive deeper, we see, we analyze all the different spheres of your life, whatever has been troubling you, and we work on that specifically. And of course, restoring the energy. I work a lot with moon cycles, a
Okay.
full moon, new moon, as well, gaining the power from the full moon, doing some different rituals that coming back centuries ago, and trying to sync with the moon and helping our body as well. And again, just doing some candles, cleaning rituals as well that you can burn at your home. Let's say we have a full moon coming up soon, right, in a few days. And the full moon loves everything about the financial aspects. It's about money, our career and business. So I always tell my clients just light a candle, just light a candle with that intention, and that's it. And you're good. Just cleaning the past for yourself, releasing all the fears, all the blockages, everything that has been limiting you. Just literally feel like you are as long as this candle is burning, that's how much of the energy is getting cleaned as well. So you can do it physically in your home too. So there are lots of different tools, different techniques. That's why when people ask me like, "Oh, can you tell me like in one short word what do you do?" I'm like, I don't think I can tell you in one word just to describe it all because there are so many different things that are involved on a different levels as well to try to understand what's going on and how I could help you, and to make sure as well that it's a long term and not something like, just temporarily as a painkiller right now in the moment.
So, how do people know when they've gone through the work and they take home all of these things that you have taught them, all of the tricks and the practices? How do they know when they're at home that they're now aligned and like that they are able to focus? Is it a new feeling that they get? Is it the exhaustion that goes away? Do situations just kind of end up falling into place? How does that work?
Yeah, so usually people feel the physical changes right away, like in their body, let's say people had headaches or they struggled with their body. So they say, like, oh, I'm feeling so much better, lighter in my body. Like, I don't have a headache anymore. I had the pain in my back. Now I don't have a pain in my back. So you physically feel it right away, especially if you had pain in certain areas. And I usually say just give it up to a week for the things to realign. It's not going to be like instantly, okay, like we've done it, and tomorrow your life is going to change forever.
Yeah.
And suddenly you get $1 million dropping on your head to solve all your problems, right? That's not going to happen like this. So I usually say just give it a week for your body to process it and for things to start aligning. And again, I don't like the whole idea of giving people that magic pill that they do nothing after that.
Yeah.
You have to do the work too, right? So I've done my part, but if I give you a plan to execute after the session, I expect you to execute in order to get the maximum result outside of the session. So it's kind of a teamwork as well in that case. Like, yes, you saw the changes in your physical body. Yes, you feel better. Now, can we please do this? Like, can you please do what I told you to do at least for a week? And unfortunately, there are people who are not doing anything and
Yeah.
they see the change. They will see the change in the first like 2 to 3 days because they just had a session with me. They feel more energy. They feel like they are more excited and passionate and motivated to do the things. Then a week later, they come back to me again for another magic peel. I'm like, I cannot keep on giving you the magic peel if you are not doing the work. It's like, the whole idea, I like connecting it with the sports, with losing the weight and following all of the diets. Like, you want to lose the weight, but you don't want to do the work. You don't want to
Yeah.
go to the gym. You don't want to follow the diet. You just want a magic pill that you do like an injection or something or surgery and you're done. And you don't have to worry about it at all. It's fast and quick. And that's it. All the problems solved. But no, it's about consistency, right? You want to go to the gym, you want to have a nice body. Like after one workout, you're not going to notice the difference at all. So you have to do it consistently. And the whole idea is exactly the same here, too. So I give you the plan that you need to execute. And if you do that, that's it. You are going to be great, amazing, and everything is going to actually change the way you want it to change in that direction. And I'm just here to support you, to guide you, but you also need to do the work.
Yeah. And so is that why you have a 3-month commitment for your clients? Do you feel like that is why the long-term support is so important so that way they can truly see the change instead of just this one-time insight that you're giving them?
Yes, some people need accountability. Some
Yeah.
people know that one session is not enough and they want to have somebody who is going to keep them accountable on a regular basis. So I'm always there messaging them and asking like, how are you doing? Have you done this? I literally send to my clients a whole text message with a plan for 2 weeks. All
I love
they
that.
need to do. So this is like extremely simple. I don't know how much else like you could even simplify it. There is a plan. This is 2 weeks. We meet bi-weekly with my clients. And this is a plan for 2 weeks. And you have to go and do it step by step. And if you do it, you're gonna be great. And every time I would follow up as well and give them exercises to do on a regular basis to make sure that they are on track and staying aligned with what they are doing. But again, some people do, some people don't, right? Like, even for some people, you can give the 2 weeks plan step
Yeah.
by step, literally with all of the action items. And some people are just not going to do it. And that's when, personally, for me, again, like I'm trying to push the people, but I cannot do the work for you.
What's
If
the
you
inner
don't,
work? It's so much
yes,
internal work that you have to do to be able to do any of this. Like, you have to really be looking in it yourself and doing you have to, or else you're not gonna change the outward side of you if you're not doing the inward work.
exactly, exactly. So you need to do that, and if you avoid that, nothing is going to change, right? Like you're just going to be in the same space. So we talk a lot about the motivation overall and the whole why you want it. So having this intention and why you want it, why you need to do this list, this is a huge point. And
Yeah.
I want everybody to do it. Like, even if you don't want to go and do the spiritual work, even in your business and everything, also goals you have in front of you, why are you doing it? And if you don't do it, what is going to be the result of that? Let's say I have people who are coming to me, they want to leave 9 to 5 job and they want to go full into their side hustle, into their business.
Yeah.
And they get the plan, they know what they need to do, they know what the inner work they need to do, but they're not doing anything. And when we talk about why, like, okay, why do you want to leave your 9 to 5 job? Why do you want to go into your side business? And when people actually acknowledge and say it out loud, because I want to have freedom, because I want to travel, because I want to make more. And if you sit and do nothing, you are never going to get there. And by you not creating the content that is going to help you and your growth, by you not executing on all of those steps, you are literally pulling yourself back from your dream life and what you want to do in life.
I mean,
So
and when you're
that,
doing that and you're working on the intentional work and the internal work that obviously, as you're saying, gives you that outward look, how can someone really look inward and know that, like, this is the work I should be doing and I'm reconnecting with myself?
yeah, that's a good question. I give the daily observation practice to people. And all they have to do is every single day observe how you are doing, how you're feeling today. So it could be a different format for everybody, depending on your goals, depending on your plans. But usually at the end of the day, you write, okay, how would you rate your day on a scale from 1 to 10? How did you feel? Did any events happen today? Did I show my negative emotions today? How did I react to certain things? And you just literally observe it all. Because what happens when we don't observe, we don't actually notice that we have this pattern being repeated every single day. If the same person is frustrating me every single day, okay, let's see why it's happening. And if you observe that, if you pay attention to that, only then you can actually work on this and improve that later on. So, self observation practice, self reflection practice that all my clients do on a regular basis helps me to see as well how they are doing, if they're doing anything overall. But in general, if you want to do that for yourself, you can have this structure of saying, like, have I done something to help me move towards my goals? How did I react to things? Did I do something good and kind to other people? If I did not, why I did not do that? Did I show the compassion or not? Did I take care of myself or not? And again, if not, why I didn't do that? So just do that practice, and it's going to help you a lot to actually see, okay, this is what I need to do. This is the inner work that needs to be done on a regular basis that has been pulling me back. Maybe it's fear. Maybe every single day you want to post that content, you want to record those videos, but every single day when you do this practice, you see, like, I'm afraid, I'm scared. And then you start diving deeper, like, are you afraid of what? What other people are going to say about me? I'm afraid that my family is going to see me doing this because I'm afraid I'm going to look stupid in front of other people. So that helps you again to see, like, what's happening, what's actually stopping you to do that and get to your dream life and where you want to be overall.
I love that. And I think it's so important because you've obviously done a lot of the inner work. And I mean, that's how you've gotten here. And the more that people are doing that, like, the better off they're going to be. As we wrap up, I like to ask one final question to all of my guests. And I think it's going to be really interesting for you because of the amount of inner work that you have done and that you do with others. But if you could give one piece of advice to your 16-year-old self, what would that be?
That's a good one. I would say, personally, for me, it's about other people's opinion. Because when I was younger, I was really struggling with my confidence and belief in
Yeah.
myself. And because I was too into what other people would think of me. And I would just literally say to my 16-year-old self, just literally don't care. Do whatever you want to do, whatever you believe at.
Yeah.
And this outside noise, it's always going to be there. You cannot avoid it. But if you focus on what you believe and you do it with a confidence, that's the way to go.
I love that. And I think it's so important. It has so much to do with your work and it has so much to do with all the inner work that we need to be doing. But why don't you tell everybody where can they find you and where can they start working with you? Because I think this is so important for their inner work and for your business, like you said, and you can utilize this in so many different ways.
Yes. So you guys can reach out to me on my Instagram. It's Liza.spirit. And also recently, like a month ago, I launched my mobile app that is called Dom Spirit. It's available on App Store and on a Google Play.
Love
And
that.
this is the place to go for your inner work. Inside the app, it's based on the numerology system I created. So you enter your date of birth. It gives you all the information about who you are, your purpose, your talents, so you're not lost anymore. And you
Yeah.
can do the journaling, like what we just talked about, the reflections and writing it all down. So you can actually tap on different bubbles and just mark every single day and track how you are feeling today. So every single week, you get a weekly report that summarizes everything for you. You don't actually have to do the work, but it actually shows you the patterns and similarities. Maybe every single day you've been feeling stressed and having anxiety, and your weekly report is going to tell you this and help you and guide you moving forward too. So I created the app because I cannot help everyone with my one-on-one work. So this is super accessible for people and it's all in your pocket. It's all in your phone. So you could come and always reconnect with yourself.
This is amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to put all of this in the show notes, so make sure to go download the app, check her out on Instagram, and book a session. Start doing your inner work so that way you can be your brighter, better self. It was great talking to you, and everybody, we'll see you next week.
Thank you so much for this conversation. Thank you.
You.